Welcome to week 3 of Nourish Your Health when we are sharing on the digestive system. And happy Thanksgiving week. If you're in America, you are celebrating Thanksgiving. So this is it wasn't coincidence that we picked digestion for this month. Hope it helps. So today, what we're going to talk about on week 3 is a product called GX Assist. It's one of those products that we don't necessarily use every day. So most of the time I find people don't know a lot of information about it. So that's what I'm going to be sharing on today. So, we have an amazing detox system in our body, and they're called the liver and the kidneys. Unfortunately, we overload our liver and our kidney so much that they have a difficult time working. I was just talking to someone about this yesterday whose liver is very compromised because of everything else going on in her body. It's not necessarily our fault. It's environmental factors, it's dietary factors, it's just the way it is. So what we need to do is do the very best that we can, controlling the things that we can control, and then let our liver and kidneys do the rest, right? So far you've heard about digestin products and you've heard about Terrazyme, and they are so helpful on a daily basis to help with our digestive system. But today I want to talk a little bit about how we can do some cleansing with our gut. So what is GX Assist, right? So what GX Assist is going to do for you is create this unfriendly environment in your gut. Doesn't that sound fun? An unfriendly environment in your gut for pathogens to exist in. We don't want all those nasty things in our gut. So they're not our friend, right? So what we're going to do is pathogens, chemicals, all those things, they come in and they disrupt our digestive system. And when you disrupt the digestive system, you pretty much disrupt every other system. I'm here to tell you that the gut is kind of like your second brain. I know it's weird to think of it that way, but that's what it is. So let's talk about the oils that are in GX Assist. We have oregano, so we've got our heavy hitters in here. Melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. These are very powerful oils. So we're not just messing around when we take GX Assist. In addition to those oils, we have 75 milligrams of caprylic acid. Caprylic acid is a naturally derived fatty acid from coconut oil. And it's something that's been used for 40 years to support digestive health and support the microbial balance in your gut. But one of the many things that caprylic acid does for us is it suppresses the release of a bad protein that is produced in our gut. It's the release of something called interleukin 8. And what it does is it causes inflammation in your gut. So when we take the caprylic acid in the GX Assist, it suppresses that. Okay. How do we use it? It's really okay to use it one time a month. I use it quarterly. In fact, I'm doing it right now. I do it every 3 months. I do a little gentle cleanse of my system. I would not recommend you doing it more than that. And this is not a product that is recommended for children, okay? The oils in it are very, very strong. So it's formulated to be used for 10 days. So what you're going to do is it says to take 1 to 3 capsules a day for 10 days. Now, what I'm going to suggest you do is start with 1 on your first cleanse. When I did it 5 years ago, I did 1 and it worked great. Now when I do my cleanse, I take 2. I take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. Well, how do you know if it's working? Okay, well, this is not a cleanse that's going to have you in the bathroom and sitting on the toilet all day long. But that is the purpose of a cleanse. It is going to expedite and help you go to the bathroom and get rid of all the toxins. So if you go the whole first day and feel like nothing is different, you probably need to add a second GX Assist the second day. And I'm going to share with you a little secret. If in combination of doing the GX Assist, you eliminate some things from your diet like sugar or white flour or dairy or all 3, you're going to see it expedited in what it can do for your system. I did that once and it was unbelievable how it worked for me. Now, like this time, I'm just eliminating sugar. I don't do dairy that much, but just think about that. And it might not be something that you just want to do the GX, that's fine. And then after 10 days of GX, we follow it up with probiotic, but that is going to be the product that you're going to hear more about next week. So now what I want to share with you are I looked up some ways to help our gut that are kind of outside of doTERRA, but they're very natural, healthy ways. And I wanted to share those with you as we move into this holiday season where, you know, when you're with family, it's just what we do. We sit around a table and we eat food, and it's fun. So let's come up with some ways that we can help us. And here's a fun one that you can share with your family. The first thing I saw from a couple doctors was that we need to chew our food more. The enzymes in our saliva help to break down and digest food before they ever go down our throat and into our gut. And they were saying we should chew our food 30 to 50 times every bite. Can I just tell you, I tried it. I put 2 pretzels in my mouth, of course, gluten-free. I got to 20, and it was pure liquid in my mouth. But what it made me do was think about it. Like, I can literally take 3 or 4 bites and swallow. So I've been very cognizant, and I just want you to try this. So like when you're sitting around the Thanksgiving meal, tell everybody, okay, we're going to try this. We're going to take a bite, and we're all going to chew 30 times. And just kind of explore that with your family. It'd be a kind of a fun thing to do. Second one, mono meals. This is something they do over in China a lot. It takes certain enzymes to break down certain categories of food. So you have your meat, your vegetables, and maybe your carbs. Some countries, they like to eat all their meat first, all their carbs, and then all their vegetables, and it will break down the food better. Now, am I telling you to do this every meal? No. I'm saying if your stomach is bothering you, this might be a good thing to think about in terms of just eating one food group. It will help break down the food better. Number 3, bone broth. Okay? What do we give our kids when they're sick? What did our parents give us? They gave us chicken noodle soup. They were on the right thing, but they probably got it out of a can, right? So bone broth, there's collagen that is soothing and restorative for your gut in bone broth. Not only that, it's so easy to digest that now you're giving your system a rest and a break. Number 4, fermented food. You may not be as familiar with this, but we're talking about sauerkraut, pickled vegetables, miso, which is fermented soy bean, kefir, apple cider. One of my favorites is kombucha. Guys, look up fermented food. You will not believe how loaded fermented food is with good stuff, including probiotic, very easy to digest. 5, here's an easy one, blueberries. So blueberries is to the gut like cranberries is to the urinary system. So you want to eat something that's good for your gut, eat blueberries. The 6th one is I'm going to bring up some other oils besides the ones that are in GX Assist. Now peppermint is in there, and of course, peppermint, just think of like angry stomach, use peppermint. It doesn't like an angry stomach. It's going to calm it down. But in addition to peppermint, you might try ginger, fennel, even coriander. And guys, you know, you can heat up hot water and just put a drop of fennel in it, and that is so soothing for your stomach. I really encourage you to try that. The 7th one is called a rebounder. So what that is, it's like a mini tramp. You sit there and you bounce on a rebounder for 10, they suggest 10 minutes twice a day. I actually have a ball that I use at my desk, like one of those big balls, those that you work out with. It's sitting in a chair. So I try to use that once a day. And while I'm working, I just kind of bounce on it. Great for the digestive system. The 8th one we should all be doing, and that's hydration. You know what? It's supposed to be half your body weight in ounces every day. I'm just telling you, if you can't do any of these, do that one. And if you struggle with constipation, that's because you're not drinking enough liquids. And bone broth, you know what? That's liquids. Get your liquids in you every single day. 9, eat good fat. I was in the era when fat is bad. Everything was no fat. That is a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Is there bad fat? Absolutely. Margarine, bad fat. You got to eat good fat, right? It's all over the internet. Google, what's good fat? It's avocados, it's black olives, it's flaxseed, it's fish. Eat good fat. Your body needs it. Fiber. Okay, if you have an irritated stomach, you want soluble fiber. If you have a stomach that is constipated, you want insoluble fiber. We're talking fruits and vegetables are great, okay? We all love something in the fruits and vegetables category, right? And the last one is probiotics. But again, that's going to be the topic next week. So really consider trying to do a cleanse once every 3 months. So 4 times a year. I mean, it's so good for our bodies to just start over. It's start fresh. You know, when we have a garden, we pull all the weeds out before we plant our flowers. It's the same exact thing. It's such a great analogy. Think about doing that. Y'all have an amazing Thanksgiving. Have fun with family and friends. I'm so grateful that we have such a wonderful team, and I appreciate you always showing up. And as always, let us know if you have any questions. God bless.